Fala galera, vou jogar mais um gamezinho aqui. Aí meu nenê. Matar uns vampiros. Né meu nenê? Não lembro nem o que eu tava fazendo. Vamos indo pra lá. 11 metros 160, vamos no 11. Ah, é, o cara tá aqui em cima, né? Putz. Morreu? Por que eles estão matando?
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Queria matar aquele bicho ali, tá morrendo. Tá bugado. Oxi, que lag. E aí, brother? Opa, arma errada. Estava bugado. Cadê a missão? Não quero essas garrafas. Por que não tá funcionando? Estranho.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise. Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Revelou bagulho e não...
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Motherfucker.
Jack, he didn't deserve this.
So few clients.
You still working at this hour?
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
You know, it would be nice to see each other outside the pub sometime.
This situation won't last forever. After, we'll have plenty of time to plan the future.
Good thing we haven't only seem to think. Even Dyson has stopped coming in every night.
The pub's become right peaceful, don't you think?
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What?
Oh,
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yeah. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
And yet you're still drowning in cheap liquor.
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Not long ago, this mess would have given me a laugh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Do you require medical assistance? I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed?
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Come, velho. Cadê as bolsinhas? Perdeu. Tá voltando onde eu tava.
It's locked, all right.
Só comprando mesmo. Esse gatilho eu nunca acho nenhum. Caralho. Tá o bagulho do cara. Essa rua.
Best stay back, sir. Drop the leech, boys! Boom! Come back, you! There's one of them! Watch yourself!
Oxê. Caralho. Caramba. Isso é o lixo. Olha, cadê as bolsinhas? Caramba, onde que é?
This is no place for a gentleman. A leech!
It's on him! It's on him! I'll send you. You're mine! You fucking beast! Leeches need killing. I'll send you to hell. You're mine. I'd step back, sir. Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! A
Cadê o local que a bomba estourou?
I'll put it in you!
Caramba. Tá Pra cá, tá pra lá.
This place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site.
Picture? Que picture?
Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace. Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
We're all truly alone in this world. You're lucky you learnt that early.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Do you need help?
A real doctor?
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most. So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Just grow eyes in the back of that head, sir.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No, I don't want to remember it.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
He didn't deserve this.
You are guilty and you deserve no compassion. You chose the weapon of a coward, and you run away from the truth.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
Aê, caramba. 100% dessa porra.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
From Seymour to my beloved mother, Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard. It's locked.
Caramba, tem carta que eu acho que não li, mano. Olha que zoado. Eu leio todas essas porra. Não leio, né? Abro. Vamos ler todas de novo. Acho que depende do assunto, quando você conversa com a pessoa. Podia mostrar como é lido.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse
Nossa, eu não tinha visto essa foto ainda?
Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
E o livro estranho. Olha lá. Aparecendo uma pá de bagulho, ó. Do padre faltava um. Ah, desse doutor faltava um. Tava na porra das cartas, velho. Que zoado. Cadê a véia agora? Pra cá. Aqui a véia. Devolva a porra para cima, né?
Hypocrites all. Maggots and liars.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Confrontar o cara, vamos ver o que ele ia falar. Não viram nada.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
Have you no remorse? You don't even deny your crimes.
I have many weaknesses, Dr. Reed, but lying about who I am ain't one of them.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum, I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
All right. Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I don't believe death is the appropriate sentence for murder. Not in a civilized society. But the last word has to remain with the law.
There is no law around here. No justice to be found. In these parts, revenge is the only answer.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Just grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in these
It's locked.
What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to
Uma das
fight.
pistas da véia.
Seymour used to be such a happy child. And he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
A mordidinha no pescoço. Resolve.
I'm afraid these demons, as he calls them, are just a delusional justification to distance himself from his actions.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
No.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I understand your pain, but you cannot mother him forever.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Caralho, a última pista. Será que dá pra perguntar de novo?
Stella, burden. I understand.
If some...
Não.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Mr. Fishburne, Senhora Peixe Queimado. Fishburne. Cadê o cara? Vagabundo, fugiu. Ali. Esse é o moleque, vamos ver.
Evening, Ruth.
Evening, Mr.
Evening. Caralho, isso não tem nada, hein, mano.
So long, Ruth.
Vai se ferrar. Cadê o maluco, velho? Olha os sucrilhos aqui.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nossa, falta um aqui. Caralho, viado.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Será que é algum documento? Tem nada de novo, né? Cadê? Beleza, vamos ver outra missão. Falta essa missão do caralho. Divina Cox.
You should eat more, Jack. I can feel your bones these days.
Vamos ver por aqui. Ah, é lá na ponte, lá do outro lado, né?
It's locked, all right.
Que porta é essa aqui? Uma escada aqui. Porta dos fundos ali. Ali não, aqui. Engraçado. Alguma entrada, vai entrar na casa. Vamos lá pegar o Big Knight do outro lado. Umas lagadas. Aqui é material, né? Faltou a caixinha aí. Já matei geral já. Passei a faca em todo mundo. Tem uma caixinha aqui. Mais aí? Mr. Peixe queimado.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory.
Ah, é
My
onde
poor Mary.
ele matou a irmã. Botineiros.
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
Vamos ver essa carta aí. Ai, porra. Vamos ver o que tem essa carta. Relate a morte dos coveiros. Esconda a verdade. Olha o que tem lá embaixo. Só deixa eu dar uma básica. Embaixo.
Give us strength! Spoken lightning! Take attack!
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Welcome back, Doctor.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time, a proud wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man was a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. A selfish bastard. But he made me smile. And I was no different from him.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean your customers know about your sordid past?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened? Staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
Goodbye, Mr.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Vê se liberou alguma coisa dessa mina aqui.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man. One of the best.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the first place.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some degree. And I wasn't mistaken.
Essa mina aqui tá misteriosa, viu?
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Achando que ela era do esquema. Isso aqui já foi tudo, não foi?
Good evening.
What?
Goodbye.
He didn't deserve this.
Vou achar outra mina agora, cadê? Edwina Cox. Acho que tá essa mesmo. Ah, eu sei.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Palavrinha.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about him. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Por que tá brilhando ainda?
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
Falava pra esconder, né?
I'm afraid they were nowhere to be found.
Bastards. Must have run away with the money they owed me. All right, I'll make another deal with their successors.
I'm not sure they'll have any successors. The place is abandoned by the living.
Maybe I'll send my boys there to loot the dead. Money is money, Doctor. By the way, here's a little something for your time and help.
I wish your boys good luck, then. Can I see what you...
As long as you have money.
Aqui, ó. Aqui tem gatilho bom. Só tem isso também. Vou melhorar o revolvinho. Cadê a mesinha? Gatilho. Revolvinha 12. Sarai, vai todos os gatilhinhos. 350. 104. Dano. Já tem dano pra caralho. Não dá pra usar um dos dois. É isso por enquanto. Vamos ver esse aqui. Falta empunhadura. Vai morrer o próprio relógio. Ficar fortão. É, isso é uma missão aqui, ó. Retrato de um santo triste. Chã. Pra balancear. Não tem ninguém doente, hein? Maravilha. Eu não achei esse cara ainda. E aqui tá todo mundo. De novo. É o que eu matei. Vixe, tá grave esse aqui. Esse aqui eu nem descobri esse distrito ainda. Nem qual é. Doca, hospital e distrito desconhecido.